22, son. Right, 58, right there.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Bravo! 58's the money! 58's the money! Who there? What happened?
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready. 8, read. Stop your line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Come on, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running right, this is Freeman. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
3, 218, chop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Rock it. Watch the twist. Check. Hot. Deuce. crunch. Hey, orbit. Come.
On third down, Eason. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw on second down, Eason. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
He's not going to get me. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, 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 check. Check 99. Check 99. Pick the edge. Come. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jordan Franks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. These two teams all tied after 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's just lead up. It's just me and you. Watch twist.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Kamara try the right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base, let's go. Here we go, D, get off the field. He's coming. Double up. Recon, 132 fight. Double up. Let's go.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jam it.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Ready up. 58 for Mike. Squeeze, double. Sponge. No. Switch.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and sneak it here. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Hey, watch it. Check 13. Tight dog.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 30 base. Ain't no such thing as a look. We taking wins home. Watch out. Squeeze. Kill.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing again. Eason. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 52.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Leo. Check 31.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason.
I got you, boy.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. Check. Crunch. Out there.
2nd and 5. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Set. 90, Wolf. Come on. Smooth. There you go. 5.
2nd and 4. And the Atlanta Falcons are in for the touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line. Out of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Yeah, this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they They've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
Right there. 5. Hit it.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shit.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, lock it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Get up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
25, check 25, check 25. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ready to break.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He gets it to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Delta. 45 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's called football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Alert 3. Check 9. There. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Eason. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions. Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
He's checking. Crash.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off-play action. Eason. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
6-man. Check curls. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Now it's Freeman. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Jones has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Eason. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, get it.
They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Switch. Check. Check, nickel. You go tight.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, go. Look at me. Go.
Off the play fake. Eason. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
You see me? Thank you.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like